Welcome to the quick high-level overview of ZIA architecture. Now we will discuss how ZIA works and its roles and responsibilities in achieving a secure digital transformation journey of any organization. ZIA, as you know, is FedRAMP certified. In order to secure the packets that go to the internet, we have an agent sitting on the endpoints. We start off with the device-level checks with the help of Zscaler Client Connector, which works on the lines of checking the posture of the device. The very first check that happens is the Zero Trust assessment of the device, followed by the patch compliance. It looks for all the patches that are required for an organization. If these devices are compliant to those patches, then it looks for device encryption, and then it checks the configuration. The Zscaler Client Connector is responsible for traversing all the packets through or intercepting all the packets from the device-level perspective. Now, the very first thing that happens post-device posture check is the user-based checks. And the very first check is the multi-factor authentication. Now, multi-factor authentication is taken care of by an IDP solution. This can either be Azure or Okta. Then, Zscaler Client Connector initiates a conversation with the IDP stating, "Hi, IDP, I've got a request. There's a user who's trying to initiate packets. Can you please check if this user is an entitled or a true user of a specific domain ID?" Post that, the IDP sends a SAML assertion key to Zscaler Client Connector. Zscaler Client Connector validates the SAML assertion key and allows the user to initiate app request. Post-initiation of app request, we use SCIM technologies to check if the user is authorized to use a specific application or not. After successful authorization, the packet gets into the ZIA or cloud, and then we get L3 to L7 firewall security, which applies and enforces few policies that are required for a specific organization. Post the network-based checks, we get the data that is being traversing or moving out or egressing from the ZIA cloud. Now we have got capabilities to look inside the SSL or TLS transactions, particularly because nowadays all the requested attacks or connections are on port 443, and traffic on port 443 is always encrypted. And when we have the deep packet SSL TLS inspection in place, this looks out for all the data that has been carried and stops any proprietary data from egressing the cloud, wherein our inline DLP comes into context. Then we get advanced threat protection. Let's say if you're trying to access any website on the internet, and it's a compromised website, then the ATP looks for all the exchange that happens within the SSL connection and blocks all the unwanted packets to enter into the ZIA cloud, or for that matter, it blocks the user's access to the said compromised application that has been requested. We also have the APIC-ASB integrations in place, wherein data which is flowing to any of your SaaS clouds is also looked out for. And there are different types of malware protection and at-rest DLP, which sees that no proprietary information is coming or is being exfiltrated from the organization's network. When it comes to the logs, we don't store any logs at our end. We don't have a hard disk to store. Obviously, after deep packet SSL inspection, all the packets that have been inspected are stored on a RAM and not on any hard drive. We do have capabilities to export these logs to any of your SIEM or SAR solutions that you have been using. So this is the high-level understanding of ZIA architecture.